Welcome to the Explainer. So today we're digging into a really major shift happening in AI development. We're going to move past all that initial hype, the whole prompt app magic, and really look at what's coming next for AI in the enterprise. And trust me, it's a fundamental change in how we think about building things.
Let's just start here. This is the idea, right? The magic that has totally captivated the tech world for the past year. This promise that you can just describe an app and poof, watch it spring to life in minutes. It's incredible.
So here's the journey we're going to take. We'll start with the magic of what's called vibe coding, but then we're going to hit the enterprise reality check. From there, we'll see the bigger shift that's happening in AI, which will lead us right into the Agentic platform. And we'll look at what it actually means to build with AI agents. All of this points to one thing. The future is absolutely agent-driven.
Okay, so let's dive into this first concept, the incredible, almost overnight rise of vibe coding.
So what is this stuff anyway? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. You're turning an idea into a real, working app just by describing it. You just give it a prompt, and the AI handles the front end, the back end, the database, the whole shebang just gets spun up for you.
And look, this has been a total game changer, for real. It's opened up software creation to way more people, it makes prototyping insanely fast and cheap, and if you're building a minimum viable product or some simple internal tool, it is nothing short of revolutionary.
But, and you knew there was a but coming, what happens when these magical prototypes, born in just a few minutes, slam into the harsh, complicated reality of a big company? Well, this is where the magic starts to wear off.
And this slide really gets to the heart of it. Look at the two columns. On one side, you've got vibe coding. It's perfect for quick things with simple logic, where it's okay if things break. But on the other side, you have the enterprise world. It demands 24/7 uptime, ridiculously complex integrations, and security tighter than Fort Knox. It's like they're speaking two completely different languages.
And because of that mismatch, you get this all too familiar story. The app's backend feels brittle, kind of unpredictable. The workflows are just scripts. They can't actually think or adapt when something unexpected happens. But here's the most critical point. The AI is just a helper that writes the first draft of the code. It's not a worker that can actually run the business process. And that difference is everything. In fact, what a lot of enterprise teams are finding out the hard way is that these incredible tools, they only get you about a third of the way there. That awesome demo ends up needing months of really heavy engineering work just to make it ready for the real world.
So all of these challenges, all this friction, it's forcing a much bigger shift in thinking across the whole industry. A new goal is starting to come into focus.
And it forces us to stop and ask a really crucial question. Are we just trying to use AI to speed up the old way of building software? Or is this a chance to build something completely new, something that operates in a totally different way?
And the new goal is becoming crystal clear. It's not about just making human tasks faster anymore. It's about building systems where intelligent agents are the ones doing the work, analyzing the data, running the operations, even coordinating between teams. This isn't about building a faster horse. It's about inventing the car. Now, a new goal like that requires a completely new kind of platform. We're talking about an agentic platform. The focus isn't on writing code anymore. It's about running intelligence at scale. And a fantastic example of this new breed is a platform called Aja. Aja's whole approach is kind of flipped on its head. It doesn't start with generating code. No, it starts with the really hard problem. How do you build a reliable AI workforce that can actually handle up to 90% of the day-to-day work, letting humans step up into a role of supervising and guiding? Okay, so that all sounds pretty great in theory. But how does it actually work? How do you create these reliable, enterprise-ready systems that are driven by AI agents instead of just static code? Let's pop the hood.
Okay, this is so cool. Instead of one single prompt spitting out a giant blob of code, Aja uses a team of specialized agents that actually collaborate, just like a human product team would. You have a product manager agent that figures out the requirements, an architect agent that designs the whole system, a coder agent that builds it. You get the idea. This teamwork makes the final application way more robust and predictable.
So what happens when you need to run hundreds of these agents all at once? Well, the old way is to have one central brain telling everyone what to do, which, as you can imagine, creates a massive bottleneck. AD's approach is different. It's a decentralized network where agents can coordinate among themselves and run in parallel. And the result is insane, a performance boost of nearly 20 times over those older systems. But performance is only part of the story.
A real enterprise platform needs some key things baked right in. For example, AI ETL. That's just a fancy way of saying it can go out, grab data from all your different messy systems, and clean it up so the agents can actually use it. Adaptive governance means the business rules are built in from the start, so agents always play it safe. Event-sourced memory lets agents actually learn from the past, so they get smarter over time. An integrated CPaaS means they can talk to customers and your team on any channel. Text, email, you name it.
And because these agents have a memory, because they can learn, the whole system gets more efficient. This leads to a massive drop in operational costs. We're talking up to 70% because you're not constantly paying to reteach the system things it should already know.
So the really crucial point here is that this whole thing represents a true evolutionary leap. This isn't just a slightly better, slightly faster way of building apps. It's a completely new operating model for how a business can run.
Vibe coding was amazing. It showed us the potential for creating software instantly, and that was a huge step. But this is the next logical progression. We're moving away from tools that just help us write code and toward entire platforms that are designed to run intelligence. And that right there is the key takeaway I want to leave you with. The entire conversation is shifting. It's not about sprinkling a little AI onto our existing apps anymore. It's about building entire businesses on a foundation of smart, autonomous agents. The question isn't how can we use AI in our apps? It's how can AI run the apps for us?